Witam was serdecznie. Okej, mamy kolejną misję. O, to jest misję z tobą mamy, tak?
Usually have to dodge traps and fight spiders to see this much old elven stuff. Talk to Isabella if you want to sell any of it. She'll get you a good deal.
Spoken like a veteran treasure hunter.
Yep, for gold and glory. The lords make runs no one else can. Isabella's undies would catch fire if she saw all this.
Glad to have a treasure hunter on the team. You're stealing stuff for us, not from us, right?
Don't worry about that. The lords of fortune aren't thieves.
I mean, aren't you though?
Nah, anything we hunt is salvage. Old forgotten ruins and crap. And we make sure we're not screwing over a culture that lost it. That's what my mother does with the Kunari stuff.
Wypocznij, zostawić złą, cieszy się, że cię poznałem. Nie! No i... Wypocznij.
Get some rest. We'll be in the thick of it soon enough.
Okay, I was gonna go back to Ravain later. Got a thing to do for my mother. You can come along, if you want.
Do I need to be ready for combat? Or traps?
Nah.
Alright. Just let me know when.
Śledź. Ogień na piasku. Tu mamy. Weźmiemy. Obożenie zimne detonuje, nakłada. Nie damy. I weźmiemy ciebie. Tam coś jest w środku. Ale nie może mi pomóc. O, mam.
Is there anywhere the Dreadwolf doesn't worm his way into?
Okej. Geronimo.
It's been a while since I was in Tevinter, but I remember you. I was chasing a rageling, and you were after...
The Voldorma job?
Is that what you call it? I call it a mess.
Then joining this team, it'll be just like old times.
Here we go!
No, cholera jasna.
got things ready.
Mara.
These are the crows that were supposed to be picking up supplies.
Looks like they were ambushed.
To niby jakaś drabina jest. No cóż. Nie! Kurde, gdzie to jest? Całą misję miałem tam znowu przejść. Chyba ta... Dym, dym, dym.
I heard you and Lucanus arguing.
Had a difference of opinion.
Is that all?
Dobra,
Sounded
mamy
like you were
to.
ready to kill each other.
If spite starts trouble, it might come to that.
A bit early
Siemka.
to jump there.
We're talking about a demon.
Rozpocznij.
Hey. Some for you. Some for you. Hey, don't be a dick. That was for the little one. Stupid birds.
Fajfusem. Haha.
I wasn't
A
expecting.
z drugiej strony ona jest kurde ścichalkiem. Z nią jednak nie będę sobie tutaj bareszkował.
Oh, good.
Can I help?
Sometimes I practice with the fire out here. It's safer. No people around. Lots of water.
Is it magic or?
It's not magic. My mother says the Kunari used to be closer to dragons. Something in our blood.
The Untarm called you a Dari.
Yeah. Old Kunari word for fire breather. A few like me are born every generation. My mother thinks Adari were meant for something special. She's always looking through the old texts for clues. Come on. Don't want to scare the birds. My mother left the Qun not far from here. She got herself transferred to Kontar from Parvalan. Smuggled me there and then walked out.
I thought Kontar was well fortified. How did she escape with a child?
The Qun isn't a prison. People can leave if they want.
Dobrze. Interakcja. Będziemy
The little guy's
karmić.
hungry?
Do you miss living under the Qun?
Not much to miss. I was a baby. My mother misses it. She was an Ashkari back then. A scholar.
Why'd she leave?
Me. There's enough for all of you. Shathan was worried about what the Kunari would do with a fire breather like me.
What would they do?
She said they'd have me put in the Antam, use me as a berserker. The idea scared her enough that she left her library and walked away from the Qun. Hey! Come on. Over here's where I practice.
Why not on the beach?
The birds just ate. Scare them any more than you already did and they'll be crapping everywhere.
No to gdzie chcesz
What the crap is
potrenować?
that?
The Antam must be marking their territory.
Not on my beach. Vashvatari! Come on. These banners need to burn. Let's see if it burns.
No i ładnie.
Nice. What does it feel like when you breathe fire like that?
It's more like spitting. Something inside my throat opens up and lets stuff mix together. Then there's this rush of heat as I roar it out.
Oh, I'm surprised it doesn't hurt your mouth to do that.
It can. One time my tongue got in the way. Got a mouthful of fire.
Ouch.
Didn't hurt much. My mother has to make food extra spicy so I can taste it.
I guess that's the trade-off for being a fire breather.
It's fine. I smell stuff better than most people.
An untimed supply cache. Too bad it's locked up.
Not for long. Watch.
Dobrze. Dmuchnij tam.
All right.
Wow. It burned right through it.
Yep. Melt some metals, not all.
How did you figure out which kinds of metals you could melt?
My mother said I went through a lot of spoons as a baby. This
Okej.
way.
More birds to feed?
Something like that. Karash, it's Tosh. I brought food.
Avatash. It's
Ale
good to
tutaj
be
widać,
early,
jak ona
but
jest
the other
wysoka.
cloud's getting lower. It's going to rain. Who is this with you?
This is Rook. He's a friend.
A friend. All right. Make sure you both dress for rain. Drip rain, not mist rain.
Trudno w to uwierzyć.
No good being stuck in the rain. You gonna be okay?
My shelter is enough. It's better for me than being inside.
Karash was a worker caste navigator. Got dragged along with the Antam when they invaded.
They told us it was ordered by the Qun. I was not taught war. I was taught the weather. Red clouds for thunder, gray clouds for rain, green clouds for the devouring storm, and black clouds for the Antam cannons. After what they did in Ventus, I ran away.
Uważaj na siebie. Uważaj na siebie.
Be careful out here. We saw banners from untimed patrols.
I saw them. They did not see me. I will stay safe.
Okay. Let me know if they bother you.
I am at peace, Avatash. I have the clouds to watch and fish to eat.
More than just fish. Here you go. Shathan said to eat the fruit before it spoils.
I like the cookies better.
Everyone likes the cookies better.
I'll eat the fruit. Thank you, Avatash.
Panahedan. I'll see you soon.
So, the dragon hunter has a softer side.
The Qun says you take care of people.
So, you're a little Kunari, a little Ravani, and a little dragon?
Yeah?
Rozumiem, trudna sprawa.
Not always easy, is it?
Come on. I should tell my mother how Karash is doing. So what's not always easy?
I've been a city elf living in an alienage, a Dalish elf living with my clan in the forest, Now part of a team fighting elven gods. Just once, I'd like to be one thing, you know?
Yeah. I had to take Kunari language classes growing up. I had to learn how to tie these stupid knots. It wasn't so bad when the Kunari and Ravane were at peace. Now the Antam have broken from the Qun and started attacking. People look at me like they're scared I'll switch sides.
But the Antam don't see you as one of them either, do they? Neither do the Canary back in Parvolan.
Nope.
O cóż. Ciężkie życie. Ale co można zrobić?
Mother, what are you doing here?
You used to
Mamuśka?
call me Tama.
I also used to wet the bed. Want me to start that up again?
I'd rather you didn't. You know what I meant.
She always did like the grumpy ones.
In truth, Evitash's tastes are quite varied, although it is uncommon for her to be attracted to men.
Mother.
Perhaps because in some ways, she acts more like a man herself.
Why are you here?
I came to ask Karash about the tablet your group recovered. I wondered if some
Ale
of the
powiedziała
symbols
i
might
miała
be used
rację,
among
bo
the
ona się
Antam.
zachowuje jak chłop.
Be gentle. Don't make him talk about the war.
I see the wisdom of your suggestion. I also see that you used your fire again, Chakra Toebra.
Chakra Toebra.
Remember to keep your consonants crisp. Kunari do not slouch, and neither does our language. Panahedan, Evitash. You did well bringing Karash his food.
Sorry. She's like that.
Zapomnij o niej.
Don't let her ruin your mood. This was nice.
Yeah, it was.
I zrobiliśmy misję. Jasne. Tutaj dalej zamknięte. Ulala, tutaj mamy jeszcze rozmowy i z nim mamy też akurat misję. Z nim i naprzód.
Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
Please do. I need to hear an actual voice now and then.
Can't imagine why.
I'm starting to dream that I'm a griffin. Squawk.
Son, it's bad manners to not answer someone.
Right. So what brings you by?
Just curious, really. Wondering what it's like being a Grey Warden. They've always been these legendary warriors living apart from the world.
Don't know about that. I spent time with people who were bad right up till they took their vow.
How so?
Weishaupt is the last stop for the wrong sort. If you're facing prison or worse, You can always join the Grey Wardens and take your chances with the Blight.
Straż brzmi mi nieźle.
A hot meal and warm bed in Weishaupt is better than rotting in some dungeon.
It would be, but the food's always cold, and Weishaupt's drafty in the winter.
Are you really selling it?
It gets better. When darkspawn threaten a village, when innocent people are in danger, then we swoop in, swords held high, armor gleaming, while 100 faces look to us for salvation. And they all live to see the sunrise because of what we do.
Okay. Now I get it.
Best part is the Warden fighting alongside you. Maybe they've done some bad things in the past, but after that day, it's different. There's some honor in their life where there wasn't before. Nothing like seeing redemption happen before your eyes.
But do people really change deep down? Do they return to their old ways?
Maybe we need a bit of both. When the storm comes, you don't want farmers and florists fighting archdemons. It takes the wrong sort to put the world right.
Kinda like us, I suppose.
Minus the skeleton butler.
I don't know. Manfred the Warden. Has a ring to it.
How about we quit while we're ahead? See you around.
No dobrze. Naraz z tobą. 2 punkty. Kurde, nie chcę ci wejść do... Tu się wodzi.
Why do you run around in fancy mage clothes?
Because I like them?
You're barely even wearing a shirt.
You fight Anton with a bare midriff.
Everything all right?
We're fine. Just trading fashion tips. So what I wear is a problem for you?
It's not. It's just... Why dress like that? Are you trying to make your mother happy?
I don't know what your problem is here, Tosh, but you're out of line.
Relax, Rook. I'm a big girl. Tosh, you mentioned me trying to make my mother happy. What's that have to do with how I dress?
It's just something my mother said the other day. That I act more like a man than a woman.
And you feel like you should wear dresses to make her happy?
No. Can you imagine me in a dress? I'd look stupider than I'd look stupid.
Ale...
Tosh, if you don't want to
Yeah,
talk
no.
about this.
No, it matters. And Nev... Sorry I was an asshole.
No harm done.
Ale za to ona ma
Your mother
jedyny
didn't just
fajny,
make you
chyba fajne
angry.
długie włosy.
Something she said
tak
got its
to-
hooks into you.
Yeah.
Why?
It feels... right. When she says I act more like a man.
Ja
It
pierdolę,
feels
słuchajcie, ja nie chcę
right.
tego słuchać.
Why does it feel right?
Tosh, do you like being a woman?
Nobody likes being a woman.
Ah.
This is stupid. Forget I said anything.
Forget it or dig into it, whatever you have to do. But if our dragon hunter isn't at her best, people
O to
will
chodzi.
die.
Yeah, I'll figure out my crap. Whatever it is.
Some of my friends in Minrathous talk about not feeling comfortable in their own skin. As a man, as a woman. I could see if they'd like to talk. Maybe what they say fits how you're feeling.
Yeah. Okay. And thanks. You do look really pretty.
Oh,
To look at, I'd smudge your makeup.
thanks for letting me down gently.
Dobrze. Olać ją. Misja. 2 misje mamy.
Interested in visiting the Memorial Gardens?
What are you up to?
I must tend to some rites in the necropolis. I'd like to show you its more peaceful side.
Okej, śledź.
Let's ask Myrna and Vorgoth about these hauntings.
Emmerich mentioned displaced wisps. Something to watch for.
Odblokowano szybką podróż. No. Nieodkryty, muszę tam przejść, dobra.
Got company.
Watch out! On your right!
You're still with mine! Amplify me!
Nice hit, Jeb! Nice hit.
Looks like the Minotaur planned on taking a few things with them.
Nowe zadanie. Ale gdzie mam iść teraz?
Trouble nearby.
Nara.
Way to get it done. I can use the pragnie.
These are instructions. Lighting candles will drive away malign spirits from the vaults.
Something's ready.
Dobra. Dupie was mam. Siemka.
I'm ready to plunge back into the fray.
Włączony podczas walki. Jaka kurde walka? Naprawdę?
That's been sorted.
O, w końcu. Dajesz.
Thank you again for coming. My duties include tending to these rites of remembrance. Excellent. Manfred found his way down. Very good, Manfred.
He sounds excited.
I thought we'd start the rites here. A tableau of the dead, commissioned 173 years ago. These lives were flickers against the ages, precious, fragile, and finite. Now they serve as a warning. Don't linger overlong in the gloom. Live with grace and fervor while you may.
It's like being in a very, very specialized museum.
Yes, but the purpose of the tableau...
Wait, did one just move?
That one's livelier. Here. Who were you when you breathed above?
This body was a tailor's, a mother's. She laughed and taught and wove the robes kings wore when they were crowned.
Someone must realign her thoracic vertebrae. I hope the novices are inspecting the displays.
Tak by należało.
Seems disrespectful to abandon something you built.
Precisely. No wonder there's been an uptick in hauntings.
Wait, what?
Let's continue.
So, what now?
We light candles in remembrance of the dead. Would you care to light the candle, Rook?
Dobra.
Look at this. The last tomb of the Tannhausens. A very influential family in the Storm Age.
We broke the bones of dragons.
A posthumous motto. Their last heir met his match against a Highland Ravager.
Death by dragon. I'm surprised there was enough to bury.
Do you know, I never expected that the door we found back in the Vault of the Beloved would lead here.
So, the necropolis actually shuffles its rooms around?
From time to time. Very unlikely to happen while we're inside a chamber. Could you light the next candle?
Idealnie na 1 listopada.
Aha! One of my favorite flowers! A variegated weeping widower.
You know your plants?
Alchemy is my hobby. It's a break from teaching spirit calling and theoretical applied metaphysics.
Right. Just on the side.
This way, Rook.
You're right about the gardens being peaceful.
The necropolis has its dangers, but these places are a refuge for the dead.
How many people are buried here anyway?
Excellent question. We rarely should take a new census. You'll need to light these candles as well.
Zapalone.
Open your hearts to the final day, companion of all the ages. I was pleasantly surprised by your respect for our undead tableau earlier, Rook. I'm beginning to think people outside Navarra find the necropolis a little unnerving.
Well, veil jumpers appreciate the importance of history.
The spirits gather. Only a few more candles. Follow me. Ah, look here.
Coś do ciebie? Idź już sobie.
The senior watcher and I are busy.
Don't be so harsh. It's only curious, aren't you? We're also enjoying the gardens, but with one last ritual ahead. On your way, my friend.
Spirits really are your specialty.
I've always had a rapport with them. Even as a child, they were my companions.
After you started training here?
After I was orphaned.
Oh.
A collapsed building, swift deaths. After the funeral, the Watchers took me in.
Waking up one day with magic must have felt lucky.
It put me on a brighter path. Oh, I was such a morbid child.
No.
Everything terrified me when I first arrived.
And you still joined the Watchers?
They're what saved me. Come, the next set of graves lies ahead. Please, light the next candles if you would.
Spoko. Kolejna świeczka. A gdzie są znicze?
There's much to recommend about the
No, to można powiedzieć, to jest znicz.
It eases our worst hours. As a boy, the Watcher's rituals were exactly what I needed to steady my days with purpose.
And some death magic?
Well, every young mage needs a speciality.
Twój kolega
All this
nekromanta.
pageantry, this
Ech.
magnificent gloom and its rites. I ask you, Rook, what is it for?
It's gotta be the living, right?
Yes, exactly, exactly. This place is an abundance of history, of magic, of memories. The Watchers preserve it so the living may draw comfort from those who've gone before. We must get to the candle, please, Manfred.
You told Harding that Manfred used to be a wisp until you gave him a body.
Yes, he's taken so well to it. Haven't you, Manfred? Here are the
Kurde.
last candles you'll need to light.
Mogliby tutaj więcej gordać, więcej... Tak, to jest tak cukierkowato,
We'll need to ring the
kolorowo.
bell.
Ja z daleka widziałem.
Let the rites be acknowledged. Our bonds seen and sealed. We honor the listening spirits.
Hail from the abyss.
We witness, good watcher, faith kept in all our paths.
What was...
The necropolis hosts many spirits. We thank these guardians for their protection and friendship. We'll need to ring the bell once more to close out the departing ceremony.
Okej. Znowu dzwon.
So you were really afraid of this place as a child?
It wasn't the necropolis itself, but what was draped around it. Have you ever been frightened by the thought of dying, Rook?
Nie myślę o tym.
I try not to think much about the big end.
It wasn't a choice for me when I was younger. That's when I discovered I possess a great terror of dying. It goes beyond dread. Can't be reasoned with or soothed over. It comes without warning. In the dead of night, in sunlit streets, a raw, strangling fear struck somewhere deep past the heart.
That's an issue for a necromancer.
Oddly, I discovered I wasn't alone. I debated this fear with friends. I argued with teachers. Yet, it lingered. Manfred's right. That's maudlin enough. There are struggles, but a watcher should always find peace amongst the graves. And what sort of host would I be if we didn't end with some light refreshment?
Dla Manfreda wszystko. Chcesz mi Nie. Kurde.
That sounds great. Thanks.
Would you mind letting Manfred pour? He does so love seeing the steam rise from the cups.
Proszę, obchód grobów załatwiony. Wyposaż. Okej. I do latarni. Dum, dum, dum.
Need and knowledge.
Mam jeszcze 2 rozmowy.
You seem at home here. Or is it a front? You know something I don't? So much for a straight answer.
Nev, you don't strike me as an animal person. Besides cats, maybe.
Oh, I'm not. Back home, you find a creature bigger than a cat, and it's probably half demonic. Damned if a third of the cats aren't either.
I'm not surprised. In Arlathan, something could be small, fluffy, and the most dangerous creature you'll ever meet.
Can't doubt you there.
What do you think, Hassan? Is that like you?
Of all the nonsense we've run into, you're what's strange.
Hassan? Really?
There's been a god or two I didn't expect. But bad mages trying to make the world worse, that's not new. I had an uncle who went on about wardens and griffins. Loved the feathered things. They were always the heroes. If we're getting bedtime stories turned real, having griffins in the world again, it's not the one I'd have bet on.
You know you're sweet with
Poflirtujemy trochę.
Aren't I always?
I walked into that.
Sing your praises and you still want something? I'll find you a treat if you don't tell Davrin. Have we got a deal?
Hey, Hassan. Between you and me, I think I like her.
He?
A lot. Yeah.
Zobaczymy, czy będziemy mogli też baraszkować.
Listen up. If Davrin finds crumbs, Rook takes the fall.
Falling. On it.
Dobra, z tobą jeszcze możemy porozmawiać, a potem zakończymy ten odcinek.
With all my regards, Oh, but I don't want them to think me homesick.
Hi, Emmerich.
Rook, hello. Just composing a few letters. The other Watchers have been most interested in our adventures.
I couldn't help overhearing the word homesick.
Oh, I'm fine. Completely absorbed in our venture. But if I were home, I'd be preparing for new students or requests to speak to the dead.
Do zobaczenia.
Good to chat. I'll let you get back to your letter.
Before you go, I wanted to thank you for your company in the Memorial Gardens. There's another ceremony I have to perform there. If you'd like to visit again. Not yet, but soon.
Pewnie.
If you need me to keep an eye out, just ask.
It's a perfectly safe ceremony by the graves.
Mm-hmm.
You'll see. Until later.
Okej. Dobra, więc tu mamy... Fabuła. Jeszcze jest STRAż. Potem. Ale okej. Na tym zakończymy ten odcinek, a w następnym śmigamy oczywiście dalej. To trzymajcie się i do zobaczenia.